expect that everything will go absolutely crazy. We are finally breaking into the EMA ribbon and getting the golden cross. So the conservative target brings us to $66,000. Our Solana trade is going really well for us. Bitcoin is trading above $60,000 once again, and I can tell you there is no time left. You get one more chance for the perfect entry for the next leg to the upside, and I'm going to show you exactly where we need to enter. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here once again. Let's jump directly into the DXY chart because something beautiful is happening here, and that is that we get really nice continuation to the downside into the big support area here of 102 to 101 points approximately. And as long as we are keeping going lower here and eating through that support area, the higher the likelihood that Bitcoin will actually make a substantial move to the upside really soon, especially if we come all the way down here to that level and get below that, get a retest and get continuation to the downside. So this is overall the trajectory over the next coming weeks for Bitcoin, because, and the crypto market overall, not to forget to mention that, for a really simple reason. We're gonna get in September 100% at least a 25 basis points rate cut. Once this is happening, expect the DXY to be around 100 or even below 100 points. And that will give Bitcoin the fuel that we need to push into much higher levels. And for that same reason, institutions and exchanges are loading up USDT to get positioned once that is happening. And that's why we see here in the last 24 hours already 2 times that Tether printed at the Tether treasury $1 billion worth of Tether. So this has to go somewhere, and usually it goes to exchanges for liquidity purposes, or to institutions, or to big whales, and they split it up between them, but it has to go somewhere. So here you see minted at the Tether treasury. When we go here on the Tron blockchain, receiver was the Tether treasury. Maybe we can see what they did with it. I did not check before. Did they distribute this already? Transactions. No, we need transfers. So they got, oh yeah, you see here it went, here it came to the Tether treasury. It did not go anywhere yet. It was just minted and then sent to the Tether treasury. So, but they are not piling up USDT if they don't have any use for that. So we should be on the lookout when they are starting to deploy that USDT into the market. So now when we're looking at Bitcoin, remember what I said, I think it was yesterday, when on the weekly chart, the stochastic RSI makes here a move, and the curved move to the upside here into a potential buy signal, that we're going to see Bitcoin moving above the 22 moving average here. We are really close to move above that. We are like $700 away from this. And if we can hold current prices, we are putting in the buy signal that I was talking about. And once again, that will give you the confirmation that this is a really important and potentially one of the last times where you see Bitcoin at these low prices and can scoop up below $62,000 before we are starting to go way higher, and most likely not coming back for a long time into these levels. Because when you look here, the last time that we got one, did we ever come back to these prices here, $41,000 to $44,000? No, we got close here, yes, but we did not come back to this. We did not come back, guys. So here is the same scenario. Once we are getting the buy signal, you can be pretty sure that we are not coming back to these prices. Also here in the past, down here, never came back since we put this in. So it will take a long time, potentially until the bear market, if even, to see these prices again. So that's why we have no time left and need to position ourselves. When we're going now to the daily chart, also here beautiful retest of the 50 moving average after we put in the death cross. Again, I still believe that this will turn out to be a fake out, but for this, the Bitcoin price needs to start moving now in the next 48 hours above the 50 moving average to basically keep pushing the 50 moving average into a turnaround and getting the golden cross that we are looking for. And this will happen most likely sometime between the 1st and the 10th of September that we are putting this in. Funny coincidence, shortly afterwards we are getting a rate cut. So expect potentially a little bit more chop here around the $60,000 to $64,000 level until we put in this golden cross. But once we have that golden cross, I expect definitely a move here into $68,000, $69,000 really, really quickly. So the patience is paying off, guys, that we are every day here, that I bring you everyday content, that you're watching every day. It will soon, really, really soon pay off massive, massive, massive returns for us. We just need to hang in here for another 2-3 weeks before we actually see this. But the first sign will be when we are moving above the 50 moving average here on the daily chart. There, I will open a massive, massive long position once we get a daily close above here, because I'm pretty sure that we are not coming back for a long time, like I said, into these price levels. Now, on the 1 hourly chart, also here we have broken out of that bullish pennant or symmetrical triangle, however you want to call that. Here, just to give you an idea about the target. So here, that is the conservative target after the breakout. So the conservative target brings us to $66,000, almost to the dollar from the breakout level, $66,000. Now, will we go there in like 2-3 days? No, I don't think so. It will take a little bit, but this is the target of that pattern. Can I imagine that we come one more time down here to that trend line before we go higher? Possible. Reason for that is that imbalance in this candle here. So just that you know, this imbalance potentially needs to get closed before we continue going higher. It doesn't have to, but it is in the realm of possibilities. Rather, what could happen is that we first complete our trade setup here, go to $62,200. We are really close, guys. And I'm telling you now, set a stop loss if you're in this trade at $60,200 and what is it? $248. Set there a stop loss. Just in case that we are first coming down and then going higher, because it's, like I said, possible that we are filling first, that's imbalance here, and you rather want to be out here and re-enter at the bottom here of that imbalance at $59,500. So that will give you 1% more in terms of returns on spot once we are bouncing and going back to the upside. So I would re-enter with the full position and the profit that you made at $59,600 approximately, and then write this back to the upside. And once we are breaking above $60,200 where you had your stop loss, you have now 1% more plus the leverage that you use, maybe 10, 20x, so 10, 20% more of gains on the way back to the upside. Also, the Elliott wave count here will be confirmed once we move above the one here at $62,786. That will be the nail in the coffin to confirm that we are in the third leg of the Elliott wave count. Also here, once we are breaking above that level, there's no time left anymore, guys. So we are really, really close to moving into these levels here. And also, what I wanted to show you, is it here on this chart? No, I'm gonna get to it in a moment. So here on this 12-hourly chart, also here you see that the indicators also all pointing to the upside currently. The stochastic is going to the upside. The MACD bounced off the signal line with the trend line, as I mentioned. The RSI pointing to the upside pretty sharply. And here we are running right now into the point of control on the VPV, on the volume indicator of MDX Algo. I have deactivated everything else. I just wanted here the point of control. That's why we're getting rejected right now. And also the mid trend line of that parallel downward sloping channel here is acting as resistance, so in conjunction with the point of control. But regardless, here is still one more leg in my opinion, in the tank where we can get above that, then start forming support above the point of control, get a little bit of consolidation so that indicators can cool down, and then we get the next leg to the upside here. And of course, we should also not ignore that we broke out of that downwards broadening falling wedge here. That also has a target here into the $65,000 area approximately. And guys, don't forget, if you are looking for liquidity right now and you have like $100, $200, then go and sign up on ZoomX. They still give away, or I give away, actually today again, $500 if you have deposited at least $100, and you still get $10 just for signing up. Just for signing up, you get already $10 credited to your account, and they have a deposit bonus up to $45,000 depending on how much you're depositing. But remember, this is all limited. And also, they have insurance on the $100. So if you trade with the $100, instead of just depositing to qualify for the $500 giveaway, if you trade Bitcoin or Ethereum and you lose your $100, ZoomX will give them back to you, but only if you trade within the next 6 days. So you have 6 days left to take advantage of that, to trade with $100 on Bitcoin or Ethereum. If you lose it, you get it back. So it's a risk-free trade. If you make money on that, on the $100, even better, you know. So, but then of course, if you trade again, you will not get a refund on that, only one time. So, but check this out, guys. Go in the description and sign up with the link down below. On the daily chart, we are finally breaking into the EMA ribbon. Here, what I would like to see is a close above $60,900, because that will bring us into the middle band of the ribbon. Once we are in the middle, also here chances are increasing that we're getting continuation to the upside in direction of $63,000. Again, here is a big cluster on the VPVR, which most likely will give us resistance when we come up here and a rejection. And we will then just bounce between 62 and 64, most likely into the rate cut, and then we get here a move to 67, 68, potentially even higher than that. Best case scenario is that in that chop that we are reclaiming to be above the EMA ribbon, and chop between here 63 and what is it, 61,800 approximately, a little bit around, until we have momentum to push here a little bit higher, and that will flip then the EMA ribbon also back into an uptrend, and we will get continuation into higher prices. The trade that I had given here just yesterday broke out here on the 1 hourly chart with this downward sloping trend parallel channel that I had given. So if you would have entered here, you would be already nice up in profits. Of course, nothing crazy unless you trade with 100x, but you would currently be up 2.55%, 10x leverage, 25.5%. Really nice. Set your stop loss here also to like $60,000 currently. Because like I said, here this candle, it's possible that we come down to close the imbalance that is here in this candle. So I want to make sure that you guys walk away with money and not round trip this trade setup here. Then on the daily chart, that bigger parallel downwards trending channel, here we need to hold this support zone that or support resistance flip zone, I would rather call it currently, from 59,900 to 60,800 approximately. We need to hold this. If we're able to hold this, I expect also here continuation. What we don't want to see is that we are creating a deviation, get below that, and then retest rejection to the downside. So that is definitely not what we want to see. Rather just hold this. Like I said, we don't care if we chop around here and then get a break to the upside. It doesn't matter. So if we would actually do that, most likely we would then also form here another W pattern. That would then be here the neckline of it and the resistance line. Once we're breaking this, that will give us a technical target also like 65,500, 66,000, something like that to the upside. So, but it's a little bit too early to determine that. You know, we have only one side. We need to see what's going on over the next week or so, and then we have more clarity if this will be actually on the daily time frame here turn out to be a W pattern or something else. So let's see how this is going to play out. Then on the MDX algo liquidation levels, you see here what I mentioned. Some people were laughing at me and said, oh, I'm a little bit underwater because you said I should enter at 59,500. Yeah, what you're gonna say now? Thank you. I hope so. But anyway, I told you that the 200 moving average on the 4-hourly chart is acting as a magnet. You see now why, because price now finally reacted to that and is moving it to the upside. I definitely see here the potential of a move into $63,000 briefly, but we're going to get rejected from there. So it will be just a wick to the upside, confirming one more time that the 200 is currently acting as resistance, but then we will still keep chopping between the 50 and the 200 until we get here our golden cross, which also will be early next week in my opinion, maybe on Sunday, otherwise early next week, because the trajectory currently is kind of like this. So yeah, you see, like Monday, Sunday, Monday should be the moment when we get here on the 4-hourly chart our golden cross. And when we're looking at the liquidation heat map, then also here you will clearly see that the concentration of the liquidity is still to the upside here in the $62,000 area, hence why I believe that we're going to tap this in the next 48 hours. And again, if you're looking for a trade setup currently, I will give you another one in a second. But this is also acting as a magnet and coinciding with the 200 moving average on the 4-hourly chart. So even if I go here to a 3-day chart, also here you will see the concentration is still here to the upside into the $62,000 area, and here the $60,500 zone was already taken out, where we had the highest concentration of shorts for the last couple of days. If you're looking for a new trade setup, here on the MDX algo gradients, you see we got rejected from also here that supply zone, which is acting as resistance. We were also talking about this yesterday. A good moment to enter would have been honestly here, but if you missed it, wait for a break above $61,500 with at least a 30-minute candle close. That would be the next moment where I would be entering. And I just want to show you something else here. If you would have the MDX algo indicator, you could have entered here at that buy signal at 59,000, worst case $59,500, and you would be up now $1,000. You need this indicator, guys, or the indicator suite, because all these indicators are helping you so much. You know, it cannot get easier than with these indicators to actually make money by just putting trades when you get these buy and sell tags. Look here the last time, buy here. What was this? $53,800, sell here. So even in the worst case, if you would have sold at $57,000, $4,000 difference on 10x leverage, a $40,000 difference in position. So now, of course, if you would have traded with one Bitcoin, you would have made that kind of money. So you have to divide it by whatever you put in. But what I want to say here is there's a $4,000 difference, which is an 8% move. So if you would have put in, let's say you would have traded with 10x leverage, you would have made 80%. If you would have just put in a buy and a sell trade when these signals were given. So now you got another buy tag earlier at 59,500, which told you to buy, and you would have been nicely up right now. So I don't know what you're waiting for. You get also 10% discount if you use the link in the description. Plus, the team of MDX Algo is ready to schedule a call with you to explain you exactly how each and every single indicator that they have is working and how to apply them. So go and use the link in the description below, guys. Let's talk about altcoins. The total free market cap is excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Here, once we are getting a break above the $587 billion level, expect that a lot of altcoins, even more altcoins than what we saw yesterday, will start to pop. I give you an example. What was it? NMR number was yesterday pumping 56% in a single day. ARPA was pumping 40% yesterday. Bread today was pumping over 50%. You see sprinkles left, right, and center now of certain altcoins popping, and you're gonna see that more. These are the early signs that the altcoin season is really, really close right now, and you get confirmation. The first confirmation will be when we break here that horizontal level, and the final confirmation will come in when you're on the daily chart. We are breaking this falling wedge pattern here at this point here. So it can be a little bit lower depending on where we break, but let's say around the $600 billion level. That is the level that we need to break. Once we are breaking this, expect that everything will go absolutely crazy. So, and also for that specific reason, you need to position yourself right now slowly into altcoins. So here for Ethereum, here nothing has really changed yet. So we still need a break above $2,700 to enter a new position, or a move back to like $2,500. So these are the two levels that I'm still watching here. That has not changed, because either I want to long from here from support, or I will long from breaking resistance into the $3,000 level, not before. Then our Solana trade is going really, really well for us. We are currently in the golden ratio and holding the current the golden ratio. If that keeps being the case, then the next possibility to open a trade will be above the $147.50 mark and trade this into $176. Nothing has changed here. Is here? Yes, here is. Here actually is. Also an ascending triangle. The right breakout moment is really, really close, guys. So just that you know, maybe the next 4-hourly candle will break here above, flip this into support, and then we go higher. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. It's definitely possible that the next 4-hourly candle will break here above the $147.50 level, even though indicators are not speaking for that right now, because the RSI points to the downside, MACD losing momentum, stochastic also turning around, putting in a sell signal with the current candle close. So be a little bit wary of these kind of things right now. Then the stacks completely exploding since we called it from all the way down here. So I'm just going to show you some trades that are doing well since we called it. So you see we are getting here now on the 1-hourly chart already the golden cross. Also here, I still believe that we could come back down to like $1.48, $1.47 approximately. So this will be another possibility for you to enter before this thing is going to send higher. If you would enter from here, it will still give you roughly 10% to the upside. But otherwise, if we are not coming back down here, I would not enter at current levels anymore. So I would then just wait that this plays out and we're coming up here to the downward sloping resistance line. If we break it and get a retest, then at the retest you want to enter and trade this to the upside. So on the 1-hourly chart, indicators are cooling nicely down. They're almost down, but here on the higher time frames, look here, 4-hourly, a little bit overextended on a stochastic, so hence why I believe that we could come back down here to the 50 moving average or a little bit above that before we get continuation into higher prices. Then AVAX also finally, I was waiting for this, so over the last couple hours we finally got a breakout here into the $22 mark. Here is a big supply zone, hence why we are getting currently a slight rejection from here. You will get potentially another chance to enter at $21.50. There is a support level, so it's possible that we come back down, retest this, and then continue to go higher. That would be the level where I will actually be adding to my current position. Otherwise, also here, trajectory remains the same. The 50 is about to go here to the upside, will create golden cross here in early September, and then we will be at $25, $27 at that moment in time, in my opinion. So here also, we are looking really, really good for continuation. But also here, first wait. If we get a retest, you know, if we not get a retest, then here the next level where you can enter is $22.35, which is above that supply zone. So you want to make sure that we are above resistance before entering this, or that you are longing this from support. The next one is GRT, also perfectly on track here with the MDX algo gradients. So here you see we are now in the hot phase. I believe that we can reach 15 cents 56. So if you're in this trade, just have a little bit more patience because this moved pretty quickly over the last couple of days here to the upside. Also here, if you want to re-long this or haven't long this yet, either wait that we come back down to like 14 cents 37 or that we are breaking above 15 cents and free. Also, if you don't have money, again guys, $100 is enough to claim a $500 position on Bybit here on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and all these other coins. Go and sign up right now on Bybit, deposit $100 to claim your $500 position, because this is running out really, really soon, and I want that you take advantage of these exchanges as long as they are throwing money around in this bull run, because I've never seen this before, that they're giving so much money for free and airdrops and signups and so on and so on. take advantage of this, guys. You know, so if I would not have any money and I would have like $200, I would put $100 with ZoomX, $100 with Bybit, and then I maybe win $500 on ZoomX, and I get 100% a position on Bybit, you know, worth $500, where I can make thousands of dollars and keep them. So go and use the link in the description below for that. And don't forget, I will also give away $500 on ZoomX by the end of the video, and we are getting close to it. So here, are we finally breaking that resistance at $22.68? You can still enter this. I'm also in this trade currently. I'm just a little bit up right now. Yeah, so we are at 22.94 more or less. So it's still a good level to enter here, because we are just slightly above that. What is that? A key support level, so which is now acting as resistance. But if we close the daily candle above that level, it will be support, and we get continuation to the upside into $29 pretty fast, in my opinion, because there is a lot of confluence for resistance. Then the next one is surprisingly TRX. I'm not a huge fan of TRX. I'm gonna be straight here with you guys. I don't like TRX at all. So why is TRX pumping like crazy? Because there are now meme coins on TRX. So since then, which was here on Friday, since last Friday, Justin Sun posted a lot about this. Since then, it's pumping like crazy. Just that you know, the prior all-time high is around 18 cents. And I believe this will go past 18 cents here really quickly. So would I enter this right now? No, definitely not. Where would I enter this? I would enter this either around the 14 cent level, or if we come down to 13 cents 6, these are the levels where I would be looking for to enter this. Or if we move here into the golden ratio, the extended one, 1.618, come down here, chop around a little bit, consolidate, and then start moving to the upside. Then at the break of 15 cents 0.6, there I would open a position, but not now. It's pumping too crazy. We are not chasing pumps. Then the next one is Casper fighting with the 50 moving average here on the 4-hourly chart. That's why I said yesterday, wait, either that we are coming down here, or that we break above that horizontal line from that ascending triangle, because this still could be a fake out, guys, you know, so that this move here out of that ascending triangle is a fake out. If we get a move here in the next coming hours back into the triangle, we can basically confirm that. But then you want to have here your second option trade setup, where you want to enter at the break of that neckline of that ascending triangle. Now, another one that I'm having my eyes on is Rune. Rune is still consolidating above the downward sloping trend line, but below the golden ratio. So once we are breaking into the golden ratio, I will be also longing Rune. Just here on the indicators, we are not looking too bullish, to be honest. So it is possible that if we are really lucky, get a move to the 50 moving average here to $3.72. If that will be the case, then also from there, I will be looking to long. So you see, we're not far away from this, so we could get a move down here and then move to the upside. So I'm either longing from here, or I'm longing from the bottom of the golden ratio. So this is enough trades for today. Let's get $500 for someone. I need, what numbers do I need? I need from 4 to 21. 4 to 21. 4 to 21. Let's make this quick. 16 is somebody new, I know that. So then account number ZoomX 252385452. You won $500. Send me an email to my team, info@amcrypto.us, info@amcrypto.us, with a screenshot that you are the owner of that account, and I will, me and my team will forward this to ZoomX to get your account credited with $500 that you can trade with. And that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you again with more money tomorrow.